Hello there, and welcome to Club Nintendo level 168. Everyone's here today. Welcome, guys. How's it going, Aaron?
Hey, pretty good.
Long time no speak. This is the first time since the SNES Classic was announced that you've been on. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, I think we talked like the week before because we were talking about rumors of it, and then the next week it was announced.
And then, yeah, well, some stuff to talk about that. And then, Mr. John, welcome. Love the Splatoon shirt you got.
Oh, yeah.
Very colorful.
Yeah. Blah.
So this has been a, yeah.
John's playing Splatoon. He's very distracted.
John, we're doing a show here. Your ranked mode is going to fall apart if you're trying to do
No. That's why I'm playing Turf War.
Oh, so you're just getting points, just standing at the spawn point and not doing anything.
I'm testing out some weapons and some gear. I want to level up some gear.
Okay. So this is
You can't take this away from me, Tim. I'm sorry. You can't.
You
You can't do this to me.
You know, there's moments when people need to take a break. You know.
Okay.
From Splatooning.
Yeah. Do you remember on like the Wii U when you would play too long and it would tell you to take a break? You need to do that on the Switch because some people.
The 3DS would do that.
I don't think the Wii U ever told me to not play.
Yeah, the Wii U. Do you guys remember playing like Wii Sports? It would say take a break.
Oh yeah, Wii
yeah.
Sports would. It's too physically exerting to play that for too long.
I don't know about that.
It's real work.
So, John, you've had like the weekend off. This is your Splatoon holiday. How's
Yeah.
your holiday been going so far?
It's fantastic. It's everything I hoped for and more.
What level are you at?
19. That's so bad. Yeah, I'm level 19.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I unlocked rank mode, and I find that I will level up faster by not playing ranked mode because I get more points every match. Each match is only 3 minutes long. What am I missing, if anything?
I think you get a lot more points for winning ranked matches.
You know, winning's the key word there. I'm not that good at winning.
We had a conversation about this.
We're going to get into that conversation a little later. I think it's too early in the show to have this conversation, Aaron. We're going to have a conversation about esports and Splatoon. That'll be later on because, yeah. But, so any tips for winning in a ranked mode, John, that newbies should learn from you here?
Well, I think right now it's really crowded right now because everyone's just getting the game. So whether you're going to see people that says, "Oh, I'm level 5 and I'm rank C minus," they might not really be level 5 rank C minus if they've been playing Splatoon for 2 years. You know, they're probably a lot better. So I think for ranked matches, it's really just going to be like every man for himself for the next couple of weeks until it kind of levels out. But really, honestly, in ranked matches, it's knowing your place. Like if you choose a weapon, the matchmaking system is pretty good about spreading out, like, you know, one charger, one semi-automatic, one gun, one long. They're pretty good about giving the teams even weapons. And if you're like a roller and you're not doing the roller's job of like actually covering turf and stuff, that's where you're going to fail your team and the team's going to fall apart.
Okay, so go through the rules. So roller, you just cover your ground in ink. What's the regular gun person do?
They should be like manning certain stations on certain levels or certain places. They should be hang out like on splat zones. They should be hanging out like there's usually like boxes near the splat zones that you can hang out and kind of hide around. Long range weapons should be ready to like take out people and kind of push into the spawn. Mm-hmm. The key is to know when to push and when not to push, and when to play defensive and when not to play defensive. Like if you see that you're playing splat zones and you're trying to take over a zone, and you see that you have 2 team members down and they have 4 team members all at the zone, you probably shouldn't push in and all by yourself. You should probably wait for your team members. Maybe go off, spread some ink, some turf. That way you get your special charged up, and that way when your team members are there, you're ready to push and take over the zone. Okay. So it really is a team sport, and kind of knowing what everyone's kind of role is, or what each weapon's role is, kind of helps a lot.
Do you have a favorite mode in that? What's your favorite?
Rainmaker is probably my favorite. It's a lot like American football, and Splat Zones is a close second.
Okay. And Aaron, have you done much ranked mode since that?
I haven't done any rank, so I just unlocked it last night when we were playing, and I joined in the one game. I sat there for I don't know how long, and it finally got some people in there. It got up to 7 players, and then it quit. It said that there was no
What?
players.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Like it was really frustrating. So then I was like, well, it's pretty late. I'm going to bed. So
Oh man, that's
I'm
lame.
not rank yet.
So, John, how much Salmon Run have you dove into?
I've only played like 1 or 2 matches.
What do you think so far of it?
I like it a lot. I kind of like it's kind of this expedition where you're going and hunting these little eggs, and it's really kind of fun. I'm surprised how much I like it. But it's very different from any other mode in the game. This whole like idea of searching and killing, or kind of like safeguarding the beach and collecting things, and it's different. But I like it a lot. I've only played a little, but I like it a lot so far.
Yeah, the co-op nature is nice because I don't like all the other humans. I gotta be honest, they're pretty good, and it's nice being on their team and not being shot down by humans. Computers are predictable.
Yeah, the computer, the Samonoids or whatever. They're pretty dumb. The AI is pretty terrible on them.
What's the bonus?
At least so far.
What's the
for me.
bonus you get? I hear you can pick up bonuses if you play enough.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't played enough.
Okay. Yeah, I've done the 2 training modes, and I did a freelancer mode, which just matches you with randos.
That's cool.
And
Yeah, I think that's what I did. I played with random people.
Yeah, and seems like a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I should say the variety. There's 7 different boss types, and I think I'm going to play quite a bit this. I think it'll be Turf War and Salmon Run. For me, mostly. I'll do some ranked, I'm sure, once I get better. But I'm tired of losing, John. I need to learn how to not do that.
That's how you learn how to play.
I guess. Yeah.
But
By
if you lose,
losing.
you don't get points.
Yeah.
And without those points, you can't level up.
That's
You
true.
can still get points for losing
You
in
don't get
ranked.
as many.
Aaron's very. We'll dive that later. I think we will both give Aaron crap for what on this point.
The cool thing about ranked is the higher your rank, the more money you get when you win. So if you're like a really high rank, every time you win, you get like even more money. So it's more incentive to rank up, or try to rank up.
Now, we both got the Splatoon. Me and John got the Splatoon 2 controllers. Pretty wonderful.
Yep.
And it's really nice having a second Pro controller in the house, so when people come over, we both can use the full-size controller.
I just have one on each TV now. I just by each station.
Oh, look at you! Yeah, I don't have
just
multiple TVs.
I just leave it there. Yeah.
Now, Aaron picked up he's got the yellow Joy-Cons, and
Yellow. Look how
he
bright
is
they
not
are.
doing any Pro controller stuff.
Yeah.
Those are so bright.
Yeah, I don't really want to use a Pro controller because I like the idea of, playing on the tablet and it's the same as when I go to, like the controller. So, and plus I like to have just a Joy-Con in the hand. It's my preferred way of playing, if I can. But with Splatoon, it's a little bit weird with the motion controls to have them separated.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm the same way. I like one controller in each hand is my favorite way to play most Switch games. But Splatoon 2 with the motion, I can't figure it out. I really want to figure it out because I don't know. Is that going to do you think we'll be able to figure that out, Aaron, being able to play one in each hand with Splatoon 2, or is that just never going to happen for us?
I think we'll figure it out eventually.
Because do we know, is it like...
It's only the right hand.
It's only the right
yeah,
hand?
it's just the right hand. So you if you can get used to that aiming, then you can do it.
Okay, so one hand, your right hand.
Yeah, it's basically
So,
you can
yeah.
keep your left hand down, like on your lap, and just use the sticks, and then you can do that right hand. I guess it would kind of help if you're holding it up, kind of pointing a little bit.
Yeah, that doesn't sound great.
I imagine some people getting really good at it, and we're gonna see some videos of people like just going like nuts with it.
I might start trying that.
But
today.
I'm so used to it's like a 360 with one piece.
Yeah.
Like being able to.
Yeah, I
swap.
do like handheld mode is really great. I do like playing with that mode.
Oh, it's hard. I've gotten a little used to it, but I've had to tweak
hard?
this. It's not hard. I mean, it's hard. Like,
How?
Well, Tim, you don't play like I play. I'm trying to move.
Oh,
I'm sorry, you
excuse
don't.
me. I'm just
sorry.
a
I'm
noob.
moving. I'm not. You're not just a noob, but I the way I move around, it's really hard to like switch or like do a full 360 in like the way with the if you play Pro Controller, you can do a full 360.
Whoa, what are you doing? You're moving your controller that much?
Oh yeah, to do a 360, you have to.
I turn my controller pretty hard too, and it works pretty well.
What am I missing out here? This is crazy.
Tim, you always have to have a full 360 view in Splatoon. If you don't, you're going to get annihilated.
Oh, well, I guess I get killed a lot.
I wanted to get I wanted to learn some skills with Splatoon 2. So I went and checked out John's stream to figure out how he's playing. That was one of the things. That was one of the things I noticed right away, because on Splatoon 1, I didn't look around as much. But on when I watched you're like always turning around.
Yeah.
And then so I started doing that too, always looking around.
John jumps a lot. He's a jumper.
Yeah, I started jumping a lot too. Especially at the start, to get out to
get out.
The center.
Yeah.
You just got to make that straight line for the center.
So the thing about jumping's really good when you have an enemy that's so close, but you can't get it. If you just jump a couple times, you can usually just get a couple off shots and get them. So, and that plus getting away, sometimes it's good for jumping's good for. But yeah,
I do a lot of jumping in squid form whenever I'm trying to run away, so I can hop over
splatter hop, yeah. You got to get good at splatter hopping, because in ranked to get away, you really have to. It's necessary.
What's your favorite special weapon?
Oh, there's so many new ones. I like the big bubble, I think.
Yeah, that's one where you roll around in a bubble and it explodes, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that kind of sets you up to get killed right after it explodes and people are ready to be shooting?
No, because I use it defensively. I have it saved up, and I use it when I need to get away.
Get out?
Yeah, when there's 2 or more people on me, that's when I use it to get away. I roll away. I know I'm safe.
Can you roll over people when you're in the ball?
You can, but they can shoot you too, and they can destroy the bubble as they shoot you. So you have to So if you want to roll over them, you have to do it while they're not facing you.
Can you jump while you're in that ball?
You can, yeah. It's not very effective, but it's kind of like a taunt, hey, I'm in a ball.
Yeah. Okay. I like the ink shield. That's a very simple one. A lot of people don't even realize you're in a shield, so they think they can kill you, and while they think you can kill, then you can kill them while they're thinking that.
Wait, you're talking about the
It's just
like an ink shield.
Is that what it's called? Ink shield?
Yeah.
It's used with the
Splattershot Junior.
The NES, with the NES.
The
shooter.
NZAP, the NZAP.
The NZAP. That's my favorite gun. I've determined so far the NZAP is my go-to. It's got a good damage rate and fire rate and range. It's good, good overall gun.
Trying to see if these to tell you the name of these. Yeah, I mean, Ink Armor.
Ink Armor. Yeah.
Ink Armor. Oh yeah, there it is. So yeah, it helps your team too. I think it gives your team a boost.
What, everyone on my team gets Ink Armor?
Yeah, when you do Ink Armor, yeah, everyone gets it. Yeah.
Ooh, that's even better. That's cool. I didn't even know about that. It's pretty sweet. So Aaron, you're a couple days into the game too. Yeah, how much did you play the original Splatoon?
Well, the original Splatoon, I played a little bit. I wouldn't say too much. I didn't really get that high of level in Turf War. I don't think I ever played any ranked. I played a little bit of the story, but never finished it. And that was it.
Was the lack of off-TV play something that made that not a thing for you as much?
No, because I didn't really do that much on the Wii U at all. But I do find that with the Switch version that it is really nice to have that. If I want to play Splatoon, but sometimes I don't want to be sitting down, it's I can just go lay in bed and play. It's really nice. Yeah,
I played last night in bed. It was it was crazy. I was I can't believe I'm doing this.
So you think you'll get into this game? You think you'll get pretty high level?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way. The Wii U, such a process to get into the game. Every time there's an announcement period, you got to turn on the console. This one you can wake from sleep and you're already in the lobby ready to go, and it's just so fast to get back into things.
And one thing I found is that when you have the Switch connected to your TV, you're gonna get those things every two hours or so when like the map updates. You know, you're gonna get all
Yeah.
those announcements, but when you're playing in tablet mode, you won't get those. It'll just tell you that the maps have updated, and you just press A and it'll continue.
I thought it did that in the regular TV mode. No, it takes you to announcement screen.
Yeah,
It
like
it does in
um,
certain occasions. I think if you leave the app, it does it. Like, but if
oh,
you're in the
okay.
app, I think it stays.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Okay.
You're in the app.
Well, yeah, maybe that's it. Because for me, it seemed like every time it was connected to the TV, it would show it to me, and then whenever I wasn't, it wouldn't. But I don't know.
Okay. So, salmon run. You've done much of that?
I
Aaron?
haven't done any salmon run. No.
You should dive into it. We should actually do that today at some point. It's a really cool mode, I think.
Okay.
And then none of us have touched the single player yet. Is that right?
I've
Nope.
done single player. I did it some last night. I think that's what
Okay.
I
Yeah.
did.
What do you think of it so
instead.
far?
It was pretty cool because it seems like there's a lot to explore. It's kind of like an open world kind of thing before you go into the stage, so you can explore, find like balloons and other type of secrets that'll give you little things before you actually go into like the level. My one complaint though is that I've only done the first three levels and the first boss. The first three levels are really slow. Like I feel like I'm moving really slow. It's kind of frustrating. It's not as fast as Turf Wars. It seems like.
It's probably
Hopefully,
the gear. Your gear
yeah.
is probably
Hopefully it'll
different. Yeah.
speed up later on because these are just the first three levels. The first boss was really fun though. It's a giant toaster with like bread in it, and it like it's really crazy. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, what do you think's the timeline for new maps being added and things like that, John?
I could see one next Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
It seems that's gotten a pretty good reception. I remember the eShop crashing, and I couldn't buy it when it came out. I had to wait till the morning.
I kept trying till about like 12:45. It finally started working.
Yeah, that was great. Do you know when I waited until midnight to try to get it? Did it go live like 10 minutes early, or when did that happen?
So I launched like the eShop at 10:59 my time, and it was not on there yet. I quit the eShop, relaunched it at 10:59, and right when it came up with like the eShop thing, it turned like 11 o'clock. I clicked on Splatoon, and it said like it was available to purchase. I went ahead and did it, put in my card information, purchased it, and then I was on the phone with a friend at a time, and I was like, "Hey, like, you know, you can go buy it right now." And he launched the eShop, and then it crashed. So there was that small of a window to not have any issues.
Yeah, I went on and I made it to the Splatoon page, and the buy button was like had a spinner, and it like crashed on me. Now I should say also, I prepared, guys. I preloaded my account with the $60 required funds, so all I would have to do is go in there and hit buy, but
No.
it crashed. Nope, had the money in there ready to go. This is a prime example of why they need to enable pre-order and preload, Nintendo.
Didn't they do that for one game on the Wii U? There was like one game they did it for.
No, Wii U was a feature. You could
Yeah,
preload
but they-
Wii U games.
But it didn't happen until later. It was
Yeah,
like
it didn't happen till
an
later.
update.
Yeah, it was like halfway through the cycle.
It was like
but-
Mario Kart or one of the first big
I
games. It was
think
like, oh, by the
was,
way,
like Mario Kart or something like that.
Yeah, so yeah, Wii U supports it, and Switch definitely should. Yeah.
I think they will. I think there's still
yeah.
a lot of features that are going to that will be coming to the Switch. If you remember, like the Wii U when it first came out, it was
Oh,
there was
God.
nothing. It was terrible.
We all remember.
We didn't even have the quick start menu or anything. So
No, we did not. We had the slow start that took
the very
forever
slow start.
to do anything on that thing. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, there's still, I think, a lot of features that are missing. So I hope that'll show up. Like, that'd be great for, I mean, honestly, any game. I didn't want to have to like sit there and wait, you know, if I could just play it right when it comes out.
Yeah. Oh boy. So, John and Aaron, Amiibo Day was on Friday. This is the last day that Nintendo will ask of us to buy the
Smash.
Brothers amiibos,
Wow.
right?
Yeah, that's
We're
over.
not gonna get any more player 2s because that would be ridiculous. This is it, Nintendo, right? Yeah. What was your guys' haul for that?
So I don't really follow those amiibos too well, as you guys know. It's
You do
just
not. No,
I
you're
do
not
have a lot. Like I'm looking at my shelf, and there's a lot of amiibo. I need to count how many I have, but I only pick them up as I see them. If I'm like, oh, I don't have that one yet, I'll go ahead and get it. So I went out on Friday at about, I don't know, it was the evening time, and I went to Fry's, and they had 3. So I got Corinne, the player 1. I got Cloud and Bayonetta, and the day before I got Link on horse.
Nice. So you get all the player 1s from this round, just none of the store exclusive player 2s.
Yeah.
Okay. Any interest in any of those player 2s? Do you like any of those characters enough to try to go find one?
No, I was looking them up, and they don't seem like, I would want to have a player. Like, why do I need a player 2? Like,
A second,
Player 2 Bayonetta looks the coolest to me. But player 2 Cloud is kind of weak sauce, I must say.
Isn't he just wearing a different color or something?
He's this is player 2. He's in black.
No, that's great because that's the
and then we got
the Advent Children version, and a lot of fans are gonna prefer that one, I bet, over the original.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, I've got all 6 of them, and I got them twice over because you have to get one in box and one
So you
out
got
of
12.
box.
You got 12, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I got 12 amiibo.
That's wild, Tim.
So because one in box, one out of box collection, gotta have them all. Twice.
Really, you only needed 3. Like, you really only needed 3.
Well, the player 2s.
No, because you don't need the player 2s. You only need the player 1s.
The collection is complete now.
Is it? Do you have every one in box and out of box?
I do. Every single one.
That's insane.
I have the complete Smash set.
That is really insane, Tim. I'm actually impressed.
Yeah, I can't believe I did it. I'm pretty happy.
I have everyone out of box.
Yeah. Now, I'm curious what the value of this set is, and if it's
$12.
Right? Yeah, I wonder. Like,
dude, no, I've been looking.
They're pretty high.
Some of the earlier ones, I was like, holy crap, dude! Especially if they're kept in box. Like, wow. Like Samus and like Toon Link is going for like $40-$50. Like, it's insane.
Like the collection it seems more valuable with individual pieces than trying to sell the whole thing at once.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I sometimes will just look to see like what's available, and I'm always surprised by like the resale. Even the ones that aren't inside the box are still selling for pretty high, like above $30 for a lot of them, and it's pretty crazy. Like Link, like the original Link, that one, I think it's about $33.
The
for, like,
P-stand Link,
one.
the most
the
ugly one. Yeah, it's the
worst
worst amiibo.
design.
Yeah, it's like the worst amiibo they made.
So when do you think we're actually going to get Smash for Switch? It's weird that these came out with no Switch game, I must say.
Yeah.
Are we like a year away from that happening?
I feel like if it was a year away, maybe we would have some kind of indication by now. Like, wouldn't they want to share something?
I don't think they would.
I don't know.
I think this would be announced after
what was the question?
Mario. When do you think Smash for Switch is coming?
Oh, jeez, I don't.
Is it next summer?
I think it's like they're gonna make a whole new one.
Yeah, they should make a whole new one.
You think so?
The problem that I have right now with the Switch is it seems like
it's a port
lot
machine.
Of stuff is exactly, and I don't like that.
Which I kind of don't mind because I want to play everything on Switch. So bring over the best content from Wii U to this, as long as there's enough original content too.
I'd love to see like the only other one I could think of that game I want to see is like Bayonetta 2. Like other than that, I think that's move on from the old games.
Hey, Mario Maker, John.
No, Mario Maker. They should make Mario Maker 2. Like there's plenty of room there. For
Oh
them
yeah,
to,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sequels. Yeah.
Like with that engine, it can't be that hard. Just like it's not as hard like with Splatoon 2. They've already had the engine built. They just build upon it, just to make the second one. So just spend that time to make the second one.
Okay. Now let's see. What's the next big release? What's the next big release everyone is looking forward to on Switch?
Mario. Oh no, Retro City Rampage, man.
I don't know.
When's that one hitting? That was announced.
Couple weeks. It says within the next week or two.
I never played that, so
It's fun. I like it.
Not really that excited.
Oh, you got to play it, Aaron. I mean, it's like old school GTA mixed in with like Bad Boys 2 style game, like Bad Dudes on NES. It's it's whatever. I like it. I think it's fun.
Okay, cool. Now we're getting a baseball game. I think is that right?
Yeah.
That's been pretty great. I think Mario Rabbids is probably my next exciting game to get.
When does that come out?
End of August or September, I think.
August, yeah.
It's not
That's
even
soon.
on the eShop. Under the coming soon, they only have 5 titles.
Yeah, they need to do better at that.
The coming soon seems to only be like the next couple weeks. It always seems to be.
Well, they have like Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh,
which
do
is
they?
October.
Oh, weird.
But like,
Never mind.
So, the next Splatfest, guys. Mayo or ketchup? What's your condiment of choice? This is happening in August. The first week of August.
it depends though. You
On
know,
what? On what?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just general your favorite condiment for most uses. Where would you, what do you want?
I feel like mayonnaise is like a base that you build on top of.
So you need
Yeah.
mayonnaise for anything. So mayonnaise wins.
Kinda,
I feel like
yeah.
mayonnaise is gonna be that's my pick.
I feel ketchup's be more popular though, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Probably, yeah.
Unless you're in Europe. I think Europe
if
they
you're
have
in Europe,
better
it's probably
sensibilities
mayo.
than us here in America with that kind of stuff.
I don't need that American ketchup trash.
Yeah, I like dipping my French fries in mayo.
American ketchup is not like ketchup in the rest of the world either.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
I don't even use these things. Like whenever I order food, they're bringing me these little ketchups.
What's in the ingredients in that? It's probably nothing.
Oh, let's see. Tomato concentrate, tomato paste and water, corn syrup, distilled vinegar.
Corn
sugar-
syrup?
Yeah.
In America,
Sugar,
everything
salt.
is corn syrup.
Has onion powder, garlic powder, and natural flavor.
Ooh,
there's some
natural
flavor. Yeah.
See, I make my own condiment. I mix mayo and ketchup to have a heartier ketchup. It's very good.
See, I think I'm picking
That's
mayo
pretty good,
because
yeah.
I know what's in mayo.
Yeah, it's just eggs and
Eggs and like some oil.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. It's
Yeah.
very healthy for you.
Yeah,
It
I don't know
is.
I don't know what's in that ketchup stuff. That sounds like I want some like homemade ketchup.
Yes. I've had some before, some homemade ketchup. It's pretty good stuff. So, we're done with Amiibo for a while, right, John? No new Amiibo coming?
Pikmin next week.
Ooh, I want to get some of those.
I feel I want that, but I feel I just...
Really, Tim?
sometime-
You're gonna buy all those Smash Amiibo, but you're gonna buy these little badass little Pikmin one?
I feel... I'm just running out of space, John. This is-
Look at the details on it. Like it's so cool. It's like one of the best ones they've done.
Yeah, Tim.
Even if the game is trash.
Yeah,
Which I don't know if
get one.
I don't know if the game's trash, but the Amiibo looks cool.
That's true.
I've heard some mixed things about that game.
I think it's a kid's game.
True, it is. Have you played around with the Amiibo support in Splatoon?
Mm-mm. I don't have any good loadouts yet or any good like gear.
You
so.
have all the new Splatoon 2 Amiibo, of course.
Yeah, they're sitting in front of me. Like this squid one is like already one of my favorite Amiibo.
That's pretty sweet.
I want that one.
And it's cool because they don't come in a 3-pack anymore, so they don't force you to buy them all if you just want one.
Now,
I want all
my Best Buy did not
I
have
know,
any
I
of the
wanted, I wanted all
Splatoon-
three too. I wanted all three too. It didn't matter. But
Yeah, my
cool
Best Buy
either
didn't
way.
have any of the Splatoon 2 Amiibo out, or the GameStop I went to.
You probably have to
didn't
ask for them in the
Yeah,
back.
but even GameStop didn't put them on the shelves if they had them.
No, yeah, I've noticed that with Amiibo and Nintendo stuff lately. They just keep it in the back, and when people ask, they bring it out to you, which
Yeah,
I kind of like that. Like,
I need to start
yeah,
trying
that's how I
that.
got my
haven't
Majora's
done that.
Mask amiibo that were on the shelf. I just asked
yeah,
and got those.
you look at the shelf and you see like Pit and Pikachu Amiibo, and you're like, oh, they got nothing. But then you ask, and they're like, oh yeah, we got Zelda Amiibo in the back. Yeah,
That's
Hook
crazy.
you up.
yeah. I'd ask Aaron anytime you go somewhere, just ask.
So, like, we always have like tons of like amiibo at Fry's, but then there's always like some spots on the shelves that don't have anything, and so I'm wondering like if they just don't bring them out. I feel I don't know.
It's always
Yeah.
worth asking for stuff like
Yeah.
that.
It is. I am not inclined to get the Splatoon 2 amiibo. I have some already that work with the game. I'm all good.
I'd at least get the squid.
have the first three, the first set, and I used them.
I wish I had Callie and Marie. Those seem like cool to have.
I have those. They're awesome.
Now, John, you should encourage Aaron, as I will, to at least watch the Splatoon 1 final level of single player, because it is glorious.
Yeah, the last boss in Splatoon 1 is awesome.
Yeah, I hope they do as good of a job with Splatoon 2, because that finale is one of the best in recent years.
I'm looking at this Pikmin amiibo. I just don't know why you don't want it.
You know, I'm running out of shelf space, you know. It's a big problem.
I'm just gonna send it to you.
Okay. That's fine.
Force it upon you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm running out of shelf space with my amiibo too.
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
get another shelf.
So now that the Smash ones are done, like, what do I do? Do I like put these in my closet? Like, do I they're like old news? Do I just? Because yeah, I got like a whole shelf.
This is How many Smash amiibo are there in total?
So I think that these will
lot.
all be in the next Smash because they're gonna want you to use these amiibo.
Absolutely.
And so all of these characters and things you'll be able to use again. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, they're not going to do another set of Smash. I feel they will. Do you think they'll ever undertake something as big as what we had with Smash?
No, I think they made a mistake.
I agree. Like, there's no way they'd undertake Pokemon and do every Pokemon
No.
as a character.
No, I think they were in a bind with amiibo, so they did it. You know, as like we need this.
And they were almost. I feel at the end, these last 6, they were just like, we have to finish it because we said we would.
I don't know why it took so long. I thought it was taking so long just because they were going to port Smash, and then they didn't, and it just took so long and just didn't make any sense. So
Yeah, another
I think it
release in what the heck?
I think it was like the licensing because if you look at like the later characters, they were all like third parties.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm looking at the site here. There were in total, looking at all the waves, 10 waves in total here. It took forever though to get these 10 waves.
Is that all? There's more than 10 waves.
10 waves.
Nuh-uh. They stopped doing waves, didn't they? They stopped. Remember that was like that was like the first
Yeah.
year.
So wave 1 had 12 amiibo released. Then we had a second wave of 6 amiibo.
I'm
We had
pulling
a
up my
third wave.
Hold on, I'm pulling up my
We had a third wave of 11 amiibo.
spreadsheet. I got a spreadsheet of this.
We had a wave 4 of 8 amiibo. Then we had wave 5, had 2 amiibo. And we had wave 6 with another 10. Wave 7 with 5 amiibo. That includes the 3-pack of Mii Fighters. Wave 8 was just Lucas, big wave. Wave 9.
Wait. Well, it wasn't Lucas. It was Lucas, Falco, and Mewtwo.
No. Lucas, they were released at different times here. So Lucas released on January 22nd, and the wave you were referencing released on November 13th. So they were very close, but if you remember, they were actually spread out a little bit.
Okay.
And wave 9 at 3, and then wave 10 is the last one we got with the 6. So 10 different waves.
That's crazy. That's a lot of amiibo.
And yeah, there's
How
a lot
long did
of
that
them.
take? 2.5 years?
Yeah, so the first wave hit.
2014.
It was November 2014, and we finally have them all.
Wow, we're done.
No more no more of these amiibo, Nintendo. Please be done.
Do you think that they might do like a set for Super Mario Odyssey with like a bunch of characters with like the hat on it?
They've already done. They've already announced the Odyssey amiibo, right? The wedding party.
But they can always
do more.
do more. Yeah,
Yeah.
like they did. Like sometimes they just come out, with other ones.
Maybe.
What if they do like a rerun of all the most popular Smash ones, like
They
in
need
like
to.
and kind of make them look better? Like they can make the original Link look better. Maybe Yoshi's in different colors, like the OG Yoshi in different colors.
The only
like,
thing I'd want from them is all the different Koopa kids. That's the only thing I want from them.
That would be cool. Yeah. That's like 7 more though, right? 6 or 7 more.
Yeah. I mean, Bowser Jr. is my go-to, and the Koopa kids are pretty great.
So many.
Maybe they could just do like a reprint, but change up like the outfit, to where it's sort of like the player 2 type, but it's gonna be so that way you can tell this is like the second print.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about having, trying to.
Tim's like,
gonna be like a Player
no.
2 collection that everyone's gonna be. I would have to bail out. No Player 2 collection for Tim.
They did Player 2 for Rob. They did Famicom colors. That's kind of Player 2, right?
Yeah,
That
that's
is
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Like-
they better not do a complete Player 2 set.
They could do Yoshi or not Yoshi. They could do Pikachu and Kirby with the hats.
No, Nintendo.
They could do Luigi where it's not lame, where he's not like
No,
planking. That
please,
planking planking Yoshi
I'm
or
done.
not Yoshi,
But
Luigi.
they know that all this stuff would sell if they did it. So
Every
they
amiibo
might
sells,
do
especially
it.
Smash.
Animal Crossing amiibo don't sell.
Yeah, they only sell when they're down to like 99 cents. That's when I pick them up.
KK Slider's the only one that sold.
Yeah,
That
I
one's in a
saw them down for
3-pack,
50
right?
cents at
Yeah,
some point.
yeah, they put them in 3-pack. Those jerks.
So, Aaron, your thoughts on the SNES Classic?
Alright.
Let me just see if this is right. You like the idea of the hardware and the games they're putting with it, but because it's Nintendo and they probably won't make enough, you're angry that this is even a product. Is that
Yeah.
kind of accurate?
So my main issue with it is that we all know that they're having some issues with supply and demand, and what
Just
and
a little
then
bit. No, I should have mentioned
what
the
they-
GameStop when I called today said they had Switches available, which is interesting.
No. Here's what GameStop has. They have a pre-order of a bundle available. That's what they have.
Fair.
They're getting more at the end of July, and they make you buy all this crap with it. So
Yeah.
technically, yes, they have it, but no, they don't.
Okay. Go ahead, Aaron.
my complaint about this is that we know with like the last one that it was really hard like to get a hold of. People are still selling them for around $200 to $250, and they told us that they only plan on producing this from September 29th, I think, of this year through the end of the year. And so we have about a 3-month window, and if you don't get it in those 3 months, you're probably not going to get it. And the reason why I say that is because the people who will be selling it like after that are going to be selling it for like ridiculously high prices, probably more than like the NES Classic, just because of that Star Fox game.
Mm-hmm.
And so putting like an unreleased game on there that a lot of people are fans of Star Fox, especially the SNES version of Star Fox, and they want that follow-up because we all heard about this game, we all knew it was out there, and then finally it's being released, but you're only probably going to make maybe at the most 500,000 copies at the most. Like that's a high, like very high estimate.
No,
500,000.
I think they'll make 1.5 million.
No, because the like the NES Classic was like 250,000.
They made
they
over
sold
$1 million by the end, right? Yeah.
It was over. Okay, well that's what
Yeah,
I
let me
heard.
find the
I
actual
don't know.
numbers. They sold over 1 million for sure, and I think they're gonna make more of these than they made of the NES because they understand people want this more.
Hmm.
I think they'll make more. I think they will make more.
But they did say there's like a 3-month window. That is shorter than like the NES Classic had that we knew of, right? Because I mean, it was there. Like I remember there was like a lot of waves coming out.
What was
for a
it?
few
October?
months.
Didn't it come out in November?
November. It started later, so this is starting early in the year, which is good.
Hopefully good.
I don't know, by like a month earlier.
Yeah, the initial run on Walmart lasted 40 minutes before they sold out.
Yeah, I can't believe I missed that. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I am mad too. 2 million units is what Nintendo sold of the NES Classic. 2 million.
Okay.
And you never saw a single one in stores.
Hey, I got some in stores. I bought 2 in store.
You saw one in store, you like picked it up with your hands?
Well, no,
like...
you wait in a line and you get it.
That's not seeing it in a store. No.
And then I imported the Famicom Classic for like $100 from Japan. That was not bad. And Aaron, would you prefer the European version, or are you okay with the purple American version?
I have never really liked the purple SNES stuff, and so I would always prefer to have the colorized.
Okay, yeah. I'll be curious what that market's like, because I know importing from Japan was not as expensive as buying an American version of the NES Classic, because there is so much nostalgia for the NES. I'm curious what this one's like. Less nostalgia, so I'm curious what the different regions will have for resale value and things like that.
I think personally that like the resale is going to be much higher for this, because the SNES is more, I would say, it has a stronger like
the games
following.
You want to play these games. These are games you can play 50 hours in a lot of these games. These RPGs, Earthbound.
Yeah, like the RPGs. Like people are like huge fans of these games, and they're gonna want this thing. There's gonna be a high demand for this.
Yeah. The library in it is unbelievable. It's a really solid library that you can spend a lot of time in. And
you can also just buy one of these really great wireless SNES controllers, or whatever mine is, and just play all the games on yourself, or like on your PC. With one of these.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah, one of those 8-bit do.
Yeah, I got. It's actually really good. It's like spot on.
It's really nice. Yeah.
So what are the odds that this Star Fox 2 game comes to the Nintendo Online service as one of the games they throw out there?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I think they're. I don't know. I think this is
after this run of this hardware. Why not offer it there afterwards?
I think they may do that. The reason why I say that they may do it is because they want their game. I think that they really do want their games to reach the largest audience that they can, and they did that like with Xenoblade. If you remember, like Xenoblade, they had that small release. A lot of people wanted it, and then it came out on 3DS, and then it came out on like the eShop. And so
the Virtual Console.
Yeah, but yeah, right now I can't tell.
Yeah, I'm so curious how that online thing will go with the games they give us. I'm curious what games they'll give us and how that'll all go. Now, me and John tried out the voice chat system for Splatoon. And, John, is it fair to say we are less than impressed with Nintendo's implementation of this feature so far?
It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. There's a lot of problems. First off, you have to stay in the app, which is not good because you might, have other things you're doing on your phone. You might, who knows? Who knows? Maybe your phone's going to sleep. I don't know.
Yeah, there is a API developers can tie into on the iPhone called background audio, where you leave the Skype app and you're continuing to have your conversation because.
I mean, it's not even on iPhone; it's on Android too.
It's the same thing.
Way. So it's just like them not implementing that.
They could even implement on iOS the call kit where it would look at it as a phone call and you could just answer like that. But that's probably way too much to ask for.
Oh, they don't. Yeah, that's way over their heads. My biggest problem with it is it's only they've Splatoon's always had this mode where you just play freely with your friends. It's called Private Battle. And what they've done is they've just stuck in voice chat onto that and now call it the Online Lounge. They didn't implement it across all game types. They've only done it for this one game type.
That and Salmon Run.
That and it's in Salmon Run too. Okay.
It is, but it's really obnoxious that I can't play Turf War and chat with my friends. I have to play a private match, which means it's just a couple people, probably not all 8. It's just, for our examples, me and you. And because there's only 2 people, hey, we can't chat during our match because we're on different teams.
I mean, I knew this. I knew I was not counting on this voice chat at all. I knew that I was going to be using FaceTime or Discord or whatever. I never thought that this was going to be like something I was going to use. So,
I really hope they improve this. This better not be the final product.
No. It's the first version, but you know, it's really rough.
They need to scrap this entire idea of chatting through, you know, like a smartphone app. You should just have a party system on the Switch. You could, you know, when you go to your friends list, you can invite that person to a chat, and you can have up to 4 to 8 players or whatever in there. And that
problem
way, that's it.
With the Switch design, Pro Controller does not have a headphone jack. You could potentially release a USB-C.
No, just Bluetooth. Just enable Bluetooth.
Yeah, just enable Bluetooth, and all your problems are fixed.
A Bluetooth headset?
Yeah. Like AirPods, like Beats, like anything people buy, like
yeah, I get that.
$50
Is that
now.
too expensive to ask as an
No.
Because
you can get Bluetooth
already
headphones.
have Bluetooth stuff. You know?
Yeah, you can get Bluetooth headphones now, like at the drugstore. They're like that commonplace. now.
Okay. But it'd be really nice if that Switch Pro Controller had a headphone jack.
No, I agree. That's one thing it's missing.
I do wonder if you could do a USB-C headset, if that is a possibility.
Now, with, you know, like we were talking last night, and with my Switch sitting right here in front of me, I can actually run like a cord from like the Beats straight over to here, so I can play on my TV and then like listen to it that way. So I'm wondering if they could implement that too, to where you're on TV, you can still use a mic that way, because you know, I mean, it would work for some people.
No, my setup is my Switch goes to my monitor. My monitor doesn't have any speakers, so I have a speaker hooked up to it. And I want to have headphones. I have headphones going through the speaker. So I literally have the audio relaying through like four things before it gets to me when I play games.
That's ridiculous.
It is a little ridiculous, yeah.
Now, their actual app lets you do other things besides voice chat. And there's some pretty cool things there. It shows me my current rank, which is very nice. And I've inked the amount of ink of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it tells you a lot of cool information. You're able to buy different things from here.
I'm impressed with the app. All the data it gives you a lot of really cool stuff. Like I would have loved to known, like while I was playing Splatoon 1, and it's really nice to have it now. Like it shows you the last 50 matches, and you can literally tap into each match. You can see your splat ratio, you know, how many times you splatted, how many times you got splatted. It even shows you like how many assists you got. Gives you a lot of...
shows you the stage lineup, so I can see at 4 o'clock,
Yep.
the Ink Blot, our Academy, and the Reef is coming up.
Stage lineup, yeah, it shows you your loadouts. I mean, it's got a lot of information. It's a little funky to navigate. Like you kind of have to get used to it. Like they get this little bar thing at the bottom with these like 4 buttons.
Yeah, I don't know what these icons mean at all until I guess read the header.
Well, it's kind of redundant. Like the first one has all of them. That's like kind of all mixed together. No, that's just the matches. Okay, it's, you know, the little squid thing is the second one, has everything all together. It's a little weird. But once you find the data, it's really cool to have. Like weapon stats. Like here, it shows me each weapon and how much I've used each weapon and all that sort of stuff, which is really cool. How many wins?
What's your win to lose ratio for the last 50 battles?
Let's see. I've been playing ranked, so bear with me. Let's see. It is victory 29, defeat 21.
Okay. Now, Aaron, any comments on their app? Have you used it at all?
Yeah, I've used it, and it's not very intuitive. That's my only complaint, is that, you know, I feel, especially with like an iPhone, personally, when you go into an app, it's very easy to use, right? Because it just looks the same for the most part. You know how to do it. You can look at things, figure it out. Now, with this Switch app...
it's like a web view.
Yeah, And so you like go in, you choose Splatoon, and yeah, it kind of pulls up like this little browser type thing. Now you have these little icons at the bottom. Now let's say if I'm looking at my stats, right, and I press and then I go over to look at my last few like matches. You press back, and it goes back to the last page you were looking at. I would think that back would take me back to the home, but instead I have to press this X. And I feel like right now it's not too much of a problem, but it might be a problem when you have like multiple games that you have in this app and you're wanting to just go back quickly to the homepage.
That's funny. I kept hitting the X expecting to go back, and I kept taking me back, and I was getting pissed. Like, I wanted to go back to the Splatoon homepage, and I kept hitting the X, and it kept taking me out, and I was like really getting kind of frustrated. So
yeah. And so there is no like homepage either. It's like you just have these 4 icons at the bottom. And they should have, I think, some kind of hub, right? It's like when you go into Splatoon, you have this overview of all your stuff, and then you can navigate to other things off of that main page. But these like small icons at the bottom, I don't like that.
And their icons are, like I said, they're redundant. Like the first one is the matches, but then the second one is everything like in kind of like a Twitter view.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next one is your stats, which you can get to from the other view. And the other one is your battle stats, which you can get from the other view. So it's all just kind of like all over the place. I mean, it's cool that they're giving us all this information, but it's really hard to kind of figure out.
I do like that you can buy, clothes and stuff through there, though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is neat. You have to go and collect the clothes and actually pay for them in the game.
Yep.
So you can buy whatever you want here, even if you don't have the funds. It'll reserve it for you.
It's like,
ooh, I'm gonna get this.
It's like buying something in real life. You like order it on your phone, and you like go pick it up.
Yeah, it's like 2-hour delivery.
Okay, so the last thing about this app is how you actually initiate these online chats is so infuriating. So
you go to the game itself.
You go
right?
to the game, which then tells you go to the app, which then tells you go back to the game. It is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Like, they want me to do it all through the app, but then I go to the app and it tells me to do it from the game. Like, it is just so it's stupid. It's really stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Hopefully it'll get better.
Now, Aaron, I think it's time. The time has come to talk about how you believe Splatoon 2 is not a fair game.
Yeah.
Can you dive into this? And maybe apologies in advance to listeners. This could get pretty heated and maybe frustrating at times. But let's do it. Let's dive into it. Let's go, Aaron. What's your feelings here?
So basically, I feel that the win bonus that you get for like winning a game is not fair to all players, because 2 players of exact same skill could play the game for the exact same amount of time, get the exact same amount of points, exact same amount of kills, deaths, cover all the same amount of turf, and it comes down to the randomness of the 3 other players on your team. Because if the 3 other players aren't doing their job and you lose, you don't get as much points, even though you did just as well and you have just the same amount of skill as a person that won. And so if you play, say, like 20 games or so where you lose every game because of random teammates, another person wins every game because of random teammates, they're going to be higher ranked than you. Therefore, they're going to be able to buy like weapons faster than you, which may give them like an unfair advantage over you, even though you play the same amount of time, same amount of skill, everything is the same. So basically, it comes down to there's an element of like randomness. So when you say this game is about skill, it's not to an extent.
This argument's been made so many times in the Splatoon community. And the fact is that you have to carry your team. Like, if you're good at Splatoon, you do have to carry your team. And it is totally skill-based. Like, because better players are going to rise to the top, and the players who aren't good are going to stay at the bottom and ranked. Like, that's just how it is.
So it is like a very easy argument to say, well, if you're good, you should be able to do this, right? 'Cause like I said about anything in life, if you're good, you should be able to lift up, a 2-ton truck.
Yeah, I use the example of Yo-Yo Ma is going to make a beginner elementary school cello sound amazing because he's Yo-Yo Ma.
I think you're confusing the bonus. That's just points, though. Let's talk about
yeah. It is just points, but that's what I'm saying. Is that
like
little
points
bit of
don't matter in Splatoon. Like once you're at level 50, like what's the difference?
Exactly. So what I was thinking about last night is once we got done talking about this, Tim, I started thinking what would fix all of this if they would just make a new game mode to where it was like Turf War or like whatever the game mode was. Like they could change it up, but it would always be the same. To where if you join this game mode, everyone was level 50. Everyone had access to all the weapons.
Yeah, it's called ranked. That's called ranked.
No, but when you're in ranked, it's not like that because when you're in ranked, you're a level what?
But your level doesn't matter in ranked. Your level doesn't matter in ranked. It's
doesn't
based
matter
on your ranked.
Right.
It's based on your C, your C,
what I'm
your
saying
E.
is, all right. So what I'm saying is, whenever you're like a level 10, do you have access to a level 50 weapon?
Yeah, but the weapons. Here's the thing: the Splattershot Junior, which is the first weapon in the game. Any pro player can destroy everyone with that weapon.
No. All right,
it doesn't matter the weapons. They're all
no. All right, but here's the thing: if the weapons are like equal, right? Someone might not be as good playing with a splatter shot.
Then they need to practice.
Wait, but you might be good with, say, like a weapon that you get at level 50. Now, if you were to give that person level 50, and then a level 50 player prefers to play with a level 1 weapon, then they can do that because all players should have the capability to play with the loadout that you.
Yeah, they have to practice.
And so you could say, yes, you could practice to get to this level. However, what I'm saying is they need to have a game mode to where everyone can jump in and you can immediately be at that same level. Because until they have that, I think a lot of people are not going to be able, because we were talking about like setting up like games, right? You can't just set up a game right now and say, okay, all these people are going to be under this one loadout or like the same level to where we know that like, you know, you could set up a game and say we're not going to use this thing because
you don't want everyone to be the same loadout. Like you want to,
but what I'm saying is, so if you look at esports, right? There's always certain rules. They have like a mode that they play with rules. You cannot make a ranked battle right now with those rules.
What are you talking about? Yes, you can.
You can't join. No, you cannot. You cannot edit and say you can't use this weapon, right? Because if you look at things.
Why is the weapon of the game if you're not supposed to use it? Doesn't make sense.
Well, because do you watch any other esports and how they have certain rules? So they're like, okay, at like this event, we have this set of rules, right? It's always like that.
You can do that in private battles. You can set whatever weapons you want, whatever levels you want, whatever matches you want in private battles. In competitions, that's what they do. They use private battles.
Okay, cool. So you can do that with like private mode. Now, can you do that publicly, or do you always need to know 7 other people before you can have that kind of match?
You don't need to. No, you can go off and play and practice and get really good, like I did, and got to S rank. I'm an S rank player, and I practiced my ass off to do it. And I had to practice each weapon type, and I have to, learn how to pull your team together, and it's all that sort of stuff. It's a team-based game. Like every team-based game, you're never going to have teammates that are equal. It's never going to be like that. That's not how team-based games are. So to make everyone to say that they should be on the same level playing field just doesn't make sense, because then everyone's never going to rank up. Like if you want to rank up, you have to have better players, you have to have weaker players, and you have to spread them out. People have to go through their paces.
So I think that the
and find their
argument
place.
keeps getting skewed. The argument keeps getting skewed. So let's go back to my fundamental argument is that when you're going to take a look at something being fair, right? 2 players, exact same skill, exact same play, like they're playing on, if you were to see them like side to side, they're doing the exact same thing, exact same skill, right?
See, your premise here, Aaron, is also just wrong to start, because your strategy per each match should change.
Different. It's
should
totally
change
different.
based on your opponent.
Yes, that's what I was talking about last
Aaron,
night.
you're saying they have the same amount of kills, they cover about the same amount of ink on the floor. Some matches you may want to kill more people or less people and focus more on ink coverage.
But that's
and
not.
You say to be adaptable.
Now it's being skewed again. Now it's being skewed. I'm not talking about these like hypothetical, games.
That's not hypothetical.
Yes,
that's how every game works.
That's how every game.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Okay. All right. So that was the wrong word. Not like a hypothetical. We're not talking about, yes, all games change. We all know that. I'm talking about if 2 people, exact same skill, were to play the exact same amount of games and all the stuff is the same, all right? One person wins, one person loses. At the end of the day, one person's going to be higher level and the other person's going to be lower level, to where one person has access to other things and the other person doesn't. And that is not fair to the person who has spent the same amount of time with the same amount of skill.
What are you not having access to? I'm not.
Certain weapons.
Everything is unlockable by leveling up. It just takes longer.
That's what I'm saying. It takes longer.
And here's the thing. But Aaron, it doesn't matter because all the weapons.
Yes, it does, because no other games that take themselves seriously in.
No, you're assuming weapons at higher levels are better weapons, and they're not.
No. I'm not saying it's better, because I said earlier, you may be very good with a level 1 weapon, you may be very good with a level 50 weapon, but you should be able to choose that weapon that you are best with, and it's not fair to the person who is not good with a level 1 weapon.
I don't know if any game that gives you all the weapons, like, I don't know any game that just get everything off the bat.
Yeah,
like,
part of the fun is unlocking your weapons. I don't think it'd be fun to have access to everything.
That's part of the fun, but it might not be part of the fun to someone else.
Having everything right, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, less fun because
if I suck at Mario Kart, I'm not gonna have fun. If I suck at Smash Brothers, I'm not gonna have fun. If I suck at Splatoon, I'm not gonna have fun.
But here's the thing: you could be very good at Splatoon, right? But you might only be good with a certain loadout, because I know from myself,
you need to practice the other loadouts.
I play a lot of competitive games, right? And none of the other games have a win bonus, because it's all based on totally on skill. You can join a game.
That's just turf war. That's baby mode.
Okay,
that's not ranked.
You can join. All right, in like ranked mode, do you get a win bonus?
Yes, but what is your win?
That's what I'm saying.
What do points have to do with anything in Splatoon?
No, not points. You get an experience bonus.
But what does that give you? It gives you nothing else.
It makes you level up faster.
But having a higher level doesn't mean anything in ranked Splatoon. It means nothing.
Does higher level allow you to purchase more weapons than a lower level person?
But what do those weapons? The weapons don't change.
We keep going back to the same thing. If you're better with a certain weapon, then you're gonna be able to play better, right? So if I tell you, hey, I'm very good at Splatoon.
That's like saying
I'm only good with dualies, and then you're like, well, sorry, you can only play with the Splattershot Junior today. Then it's like, well, sorry, I'm not gonna be as good as this person.
Here's the thing,
Aaron.
That's
just by default. You know that you're not gonna.
By default, they give you a shooter, they give you a roller, they give you a charger, and they give you the dualies. They give you all the weapon types.
Now, do they have a game mode from the start where you can jump in?
Yes.
To where
all those are available from the game.
No,
those are available all from the start.
No. I didn't get to finish. Do they have a game mode to where you can pop in the game from the start, be a level 1, go in and play with everyone else to where they are equal as you? And I don't mean equal as like in terms of skill, because we know everyone's going to have different skills. I mean equal in the terms where you know that this person is going to be, I'm trying to think of the best words for this. This person is going to have the same, not the exact same weapons, but you know that their loadout is going to be equivalent of you, because
you want like a handicap.
We all know. No, not handicap. Like, okay, if I play, say like Destiny, right? I know that whenever I go into a match, although they have problems with like the loadout thing, that there are certain games to where like it'll be set up and it'll be like, okay, we're only gonna have, you know, like primary weapons, or we're only going to have, you know, like secondaries are going to be like where you can only get ammo at this time in the map or something like that. So you know how the game's going to play out. Whereas I feel like if you're playing Splatoon, you cannot just join in up on the game by yourself and know that you have just as much of a chance to win as like another team, because there's so much riding on like the other players.
No, that's not
wait.
Because John's already explained in rank battle, they give you one of each weapon type, so it's a balanced team.
Wait. So it comes down to whether your teammates are going to pull their weight, because you could say, you know, you like have to carry the team or whatever, but in other you know, first-person shooter games or any other, you know, like competition games, you don't have to carry your team, so that way you can level up as much as a winning team.
But ranking up and leveling up are different. Like if you lose,
up is what I'm talking. I'm talking specifically about leveling up.
But I think you are overestimating the significance of leveling up in Splatoon. Like it is an afterthought. Like it is. You get all the weapons. You get all the weapons by level 25. Like really, there are no like level 50
So basically,
weapons.
what this argument comes down to is that you do get more experience if you win. I believe that if someone and experience, you get more experience.
No, but as a player, experience is me learning how to play the game, not points on a screen.
Experience points, yes, experience points, which allow you to purchase more things. In my opinion, if someone is good with a certain weapon or a certain loadout, you should be able to play with either that or something similar to that from the start of the game. Now, it's like that in almost every other game that I've played, except for Destiny.
Yeah.
I had
Now,
my complaint about Destiny because their weapon loadout is bad because you get random
You know,
weapon
now,
drops.
John,
I've been
you can
playing
load.
matches
You can
and
load.
they-
You
all
can
the
load
matches I've
your
been-
loadout to an amiibo. Is that right? So if I go to
You
a
can, yeah.
friend's console, I could bring over my profile to that
Yeah,
console.
you can do that. Yeah.
And part of the process of learning what weapon you're best at is as they unlock through your progress, you get to play with them for a fair amount of time. Then you buy another one. You learn that weapon. That's part of your training and learning of the game. And you can bring whatever loadout you like with that amiibo to
Yeah.
any console in the world, which I think having everything at start would be overwhelming, and you wouldn't actually get a fair shake of every weapon because you're not going to go through every single weapon if you just get them off all at the bat.
I think I mean, all the games I've played have been pretty fair. Like, if you're a noob, you're a noob. You don't know the ins and outs. You don't understand the game. And once you learn those things, you will start leveling up and you will start ranking up. And you will start getting those bonuses. Like, it's not a game you just pick up and learn. Like, it's a very competitive game. Like,
So one point though that started the whole conversation last night is that I was talking about esports and how, playing like Destiny for 3 years, there was this same conversation happening, except it was a little bit the other way. Is that like when you play a game, it's all based on your skill. If you get so many kills, you're only going to get points for those kills. It doesn't matter, what else you do. You play, like a King of the Hill type, you have to get points that way or whatever. Where they were not fair, I guess is the best word, is that it was all like random drops. So like your weapons and your gear were totally random. So someone could get something to where, they have like a higher armor, but like it was dropped randomly. They didn't earn that. They didn't go, do this thing to get that, right? It just randomly dropped. So,
Sure, but from the beginning of
Yeah.
Splatoon, you have all the weapon types available, and you can
And you have all
play
the
with the weapon type.
abilities.
well,
And
all
the
the
problem
abilities
with
are
clothing.
available too. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can choose
Right.
which one you're most comfortable. If I'm a roller, I can do that from day one. And
If I'm a charger, I can start with the charger. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can dominate with the weapon type that you prefer. Which
so
is a good
this
thing.
whole thing came from my concern, which then turned into like this whole like debate. But my concern was that the game is not going to take off in like the esports scene as well as I hope it will because of this. Like Destiny 1, they wanted it to be like all this competitive stuff, but it never took off because of like the randomness to it. And Splatoon 2 has a high randomness element,
No, see-
and that does not allow it to
Yeah.
be as big in the
You
competitive
should,
esports.
you should go watch some competitive Splatoon because there's a lot less.
I was watching it a lot last night.
There's a lot less randomness in ranked matches than there is Turf War. Turf War is all casual. It is a casual mode. It is not meant for competition.
I was watching ranked Twitch last night for about 2 hours.
Yeah,
And,
see, the
like,
game just came out. Everyone is all at the beginning. Like, you have S players playing with C- players. That doesn't make it's not spanned out.
But I'm not
yet.
talking about the player. I'm just talking about in the esports scene. My concern is this game is not going to be as big as I hope it would. I was very excited for Splatoon 2 to come into esports. I think that would be good for the Switch. But, based on what I know of some other games that did not make it, I feel that Splatoon may have a challenge ahead for it. There we go.
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, John,
I could be wrong because it's the very beginning of this game, and there's a lot of things that could change. It could play out totally differently, but from what I've seen, what I know from previous games, it seems very similar.
I think I've seen a lot more than you with Splatoon. That's just all I know.
Well, no. You've seen a lot of Splatoon, yes. I've seen a lot of other esports, and so I will admit I don't know the Splatoon. What'd you say?
Community?
The Splatoon community. Yeah. There you go. The community as well as you, but I do know other communities, and that was the feedback that I saw, and that's the reason why they did not get into the esports scene. Like they weren't even taken seriously at all because they were like, we can't have a game to where there was this element of randomness to it. So
I mean, I think that's with any sport. Basketball. Like, everyone's gonna have different skills.
well, but the skill thing is different. I think it's hard for me to try to get the right words to explain this, but it's not about, whether or not you have the skill, because anyone can put in the time to do it. What I'm saying is if you have two equal players, someone is going to not come out as
that's any sport.
well.
Like if 1v1, I play 1v1, someone's got to win.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, that's a totally different thing. I'm not. Using the right things to. Maybe we can talk about this later, and maybe I'll be able to articulate this better.
Because you could be leadership is a real skill. The lead all these randos into victory. That's a skill, Aaron. Gotta learn it.
Yeah, if you're able to communicate with those people.
You got the booyah. You got the over here.
You got the booyah.
Lots
and the
of communication.
This way and booyah. So
it worked. Hey, it worked in Splatoon. It worked in Splatoon 1.
Yeah, I guess.
Now, with that said, my Amazon order of Player 2 corn just arrived downstairs. I'm very excited.
Nice.
I also just secured a deal for some AirPods on Facebook Marketplace.
Nice. How much are you getting them for?
Never used. $150. $9 less than the.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love my AirPods. They're pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Any other Nintendo things worth mentioning that we haven't talked about yet?
No, I think we got it all.
Okay.
We talked about that baseball game.
We mentioned it briefly.
Okay.
I'm excited to have baseball. We'll have soccer and basketball.
Two basketball games.
Two basketball games. We
And
need some football. When's
wrestling.
football coming?
I think EA's got a pretty tight hold on football.
Hey, they should bring some stuff next year.
Backyard football. They should bring backyard football.
Yeah.
To, the
What are
Switch.
your hopes for more sports games next fall? Think we'll get much?
I would like to see them only because they bring people with them. Like I don't care to play for them. Like I'm not really a sports guy, but I know people really care about that stuff and want to see that on the system they have. So I hope it's there just for people who want them. But I don't really.
Okay. Well, any other notes, Aaron, before we close it out?
Yeah, Splatoon's not going to do well in the esports scene.
Aaron, any other notes outside of that? Yeah.
No, I don't think I have any other notes.
Okay.
That's about it.
What's your favorite ink color in Splatoon?
I really like. I don't know. They're all good. The problem that I have though is that when I start up like a match, I really have to tell myself, okay, like I'm pink. Like I gotta get it in my head because it changes so fast.
You can change it to lock into a certain color if you want. It's a setting.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
but if you go to settings, you can tell it to just always be the same color.
I don't think I like that though. I like it to switch up, but I think like the matches are short enough to where it's like sometimes hard for me to keep track. Like if you play like a match and you're pink and like the next match the other team's pink, sometimes I will like stand in their ink and I'm like, oh no, I'm getting hurt, and then I'm dead. And
when you shoot, your color of ink comes out of your gun.
yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes
your gun match the colors
you'll be
match
under
your
the
gun.
influence of a lot of sandwiches and. You
the sandwiches.
and your mind's not working as well as it would.
Sandwiches, right? Some provolone in there.
Oh yeah.
Lots of it.
Well, John, where can people find you on the interwebs, and where can they find your Splatoon 2 streams?
They can find my streams on John's Nintendo Carts, and I save the best games and post them on my YouTube with the same name.
Cool. What's you, Mr. Aaron? Are you streaming much these days, or what are you doing?
A little bit. You can find me on Twitch at ALRivera423. You can find me everywhere else there as well.
Cool. My handle is TCHATEN. You can go to youtube.com/TChatten for the video version of the show. We'll be back next time for level 169. And hopefully one of these days Nintendo will add streaming directly from the console. That'd be nice.
Oh man! So one last thing is Splatoon makes your Switch run really hot. So I
You
can
think
only.
the console can't handle
It
it?
really does.
I don't think it could handle it. No, I don't think it could handle that video output and processing the video for streaming.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it could.
Switch 2 coming next year.
Switch Stream, they'll call it.
Yeah, the Switch Pro. The Switch Pro, which can stream your videos. Well, that said, thanks for listening or watching. We'll be back next time for level 169. Bye-bye.